In conclusion of the History Department, we would present the James K. Prize, and I would like to invite the head of the department, Professor Junka Salila, to present this new prize.
Thank you. It's my great pleasure to present the James K. Memorial Prize for the best thesis in history and visuality. It seems obvious to me that to present the James K. Memorial Prize that we award today for the first time in the UI, I need to introduce you first to James K. This could be a stupid exercise in another community, since James was with us until 2003, when he defended his PhD thesis in the History and Civilization department. And since he was living in Florence until 2011, when he sadly passed away. But memory, one of the James K's institutions. James K. was born in New York in 1966. He graduated in Fine Arts at the Trinity College of that city and then traveled to Europe, where he studied history. He arrived at the UI in 1996, where he was a student of our colleague Bo Stroh. He was awarded as Doctor in Philosophy with the thesis No One Such Place, Home in Austrian and Swedish Landscapes, a comparative work where James K's concern with memory and visual history as a way to construct identities is very well reflected. James K. was inspired by the work of the German historian Reinhard Koselleck. Like Koselleck, he was regarded the understanding of art as a key to the study of history, and both had strong interests in the visual representations of the past, especially in moments that, in referring to the past, sought to offer a reminder, indeed a message for the future. But beyond his qualities as an artist and as a photographer, James K. was also, in a quote, one of us in a rather big research community, end of quote, as Bo and Angela Schenk expressed in the brochure of the exhibition we can enjoy today in our cloister. This prize has been made possible through the generosity of James K's family and friends, who have set up a fund to finance a prize for the best thesis in history and visuality in memory of James. The prize will be awarded every 2 years for the best European University Institute thesis that combines the study of historical and visual sources, and it is open to all students of the European University Institute, no matter what their training and department is. The jury, composed of Professors Pavel Kolář and Martin van Gelderen, James' former supervisor, Bo Stroh, now in the University of Helsinki, and James' close friend and legal scholar, Miriam Aziz, now in Columbia, decided to award the first edition to Achilles Hachikirakiu for his thesis, in a quote, Men in Crisis, Representations of Masculinity and Gender Relations in Greek Cinema. The thesis was supervised by Professor Julia Calvi and defended on June the 28th of 2010. In this thesis, Dr. Hachikiriakou approaches cinema as a social institution that can be analyzed historically in the context of popular culture, The main points of the analysis focus on theoretical approaches to gender, masculinity, queer, and psychoanalytical studies. As the final report of the jury thesis explains, and I quote, "The core of the thesis is impressive in terms of breadth and of research. The Anglo-American anthropological literature on Greek rural society in the 50s sets the stage for the visual presentations of traditional hegemonic Greek masculinities and the impact of modernization in the context of the development of the film industry in Greece. Well-focused points of comparison are introduced through the transnational influence of Hollywood films and actors, as well as referring to masculinity and Italian cinema," end of quote. The prize jury was particularly impressed by how Achilles studies film as a medium of gendered messages, and how, in doing so, he focuses his attention on the aesthetic dimensions of film as a political medium. This focus on the aesthetic dimension of politics through art and visuality was at the head of the life, visual passion, and academic work of James Case. It is my great pleasure to congratulate Achilles and also my colleague Julia Calvi for this prize. Thank you very much.